time. Stick with us right here on Strikeforce. Back to Strikeforce now. Dany Bill on the left of your screen going against Eval Denton. ISKA cameras in Paris, France. I'm Lon McCarran along with Mike Sawyer. Great fights tonight and a very experienced fighter in Bill.
Dany Bill is one of the highest touted fighters in the intermediate weight classes. Came in at 152 pounds for this bout tonight. Dany Bill here in Paris has accumulated an incredible record, 45-5 with many knockouts. Eval Denton, largely assumed to be overmatched in this fight, but we'll see. He's got a 27-12 record, but he has been very successful during the last year in matches in this weight class in his home country of England, as well as the rest of the UK.
That is Denton in the black trunks. Your back with his back to us, and Dany Bill, the other fighter, in the red trunks.
Denton coming out a little skittish, looking a little nervous. Dany Bill looks very calm, very relaxed, very confident.
Denton already backed into a corner. A flying knee strike.
Unusual move in fighters of this caliber. You see it in the less experienced fighters. But I have to say, Dany Bill used it successfully. It did strike the left rib cage of Eval Denton.
That may not hurt a fighter, but it will add to the fatigue factor later on. Anytime a fighter has to climb up off the canvas.
Good right uppercut by Dany Bill. You saw him almost move into a right elbow strike there. But elbow strikes are not allowed in Paris right now due to review by the athletic commissions.
Eval Denton getting a good look at what's to come. You can expect a lot of leg kicks to his upper left thigh. And again, now is he throwing the elbow? Dany Bill looked like he threw an elbow. He's
being warned not to throw the elbow. Don't think it was intentional, just instinctive by Dany Bill.
Going for the big sweep again. He got Eval Denton down on the canvas once before with that.
Both fighters with very fast leg kicks. It seems Dany Bill has a little more body rotation behind his. Both fighters approximately the same weight. Denton actually came in 1 pound heavier than Bill, although Bill appears to be the more powerfully built.
Denton keeping that arm in there, trying to deflect the knee strikes. An entertaining round one from Paris. We'll be back with more of this act two. Eval Denton on the right of your screen in the black trunks against Dany Bill.
The top contender bout. Both of these fighters looking to position themselves for title shots in this super welterweight division. Nice head-high roundhouse kick by Dany Bill. Denton trying to show he can do the same thing, but his kicks just aren't as fast, not with as much body rotation, not as much power. Those kicks by Denton are more out of desperation to try to keep Dany Bill off of him.
Denton has taken a very defensive posture so far in this fight. Just the second round.
Well, notice the fighters tend to duck their heads when they're in those clinches. Their worst fear is getting headbutted while they're in those clinches and losing to a cut. So you'll notice they place their faces on the other fighter's shoulder to try to prevent that from happening.
Bill has the tools to get away from a clinch like that when it's not going his way. You saw Denton throw the punch to the body, but then Dany Bill got the best of him as they broke up.
Dany Bill's left leg roundhouse kick is coming right up in the blind spot over the left shoulder of Denton. You saw it when they were coming out of the clinch on the ropes, and you saw it again a moment ago. That's a potential knockout kick if he can land on the point of the jaw with it. Or I'm sorry, in the corner of the jaw where it attaches up to the rest of the skull. That's the sweet spot for that type of roundhouse kick.
Jumping knee strike again that we've seen twice before from Bill.
Knee strike landed, and so did the right roundhouse kick up over the left shoulder. That's a very well executed roundhouse kick by Bill on both sides coming up over the shoulder.
Again, Denton down to the canvas. And that is the end of round 2, and so far it has been a one-way street, and the street is named Dany Bill. So far, Denton has his hands full.
But Dany Bill is no longer respecting any of Denton's power. He's going full out with these knee strikes to the body, landing punches like that throughout this fight so far. And the way he gets his body into these roundhouse kicks, this is a good example. He turns completely 90 degrees, Dany Bill does, when he throws that kick, and that brings into play all of his body weight and body rotation.
Eval Denton trying to match Dany Bill in his attack method, but he is just not as effective.
Well, Denton just doesn't have the power. You notice Dany Bill is just going for broke on these knee strikes. He's not concerned at all that he may get punched in the body by having his hands so high.
And finishing off the attack. There is no escape for Eval Denton.
These knee strikes to the body by Dany Bill are doing a lot of damage to Denton. Usually these knee strikes are used to just have a cumulative effect. In this case, that effect is happening early on. You see Denton dropping his hands to try to block against him. That's a sure sign that he can't take too many more of them. Dany Bill looking like he's just trying to set Denton up for the knockout line.
Denton looking like he's just trying to stay away. Now we saw Denton quicker to the punch just a moment ago, and it defused the attack of Dany Bill.
It did, but only momentarily. Dany Bill just looks there, even nodding, acknowledging the strike. Fighters never do that unless they're completely unworried, unconcerned about the power that fighter may have. Last thing they want to do is give confidence to the other fighter. In this case, Dany Bill doesn't care. He doesn't think he's going to get hurt anyway.
You see each time a little more difficult for Denton to get up.
That was a good uppercut by Denton. He's throwing some of his best stuff of the fight now. Unfortunately, it's out of desperation. He's so far behind on points now.
2 more rounds to go. Plenty more action on Strikeforce. The goal is knockout. Eval Denton just wants to survive. Denton on the right of your screen in the black trunks. So far, it has been all Dany Bill's fight.
This has been a masterful display by Dany Bill. This is the way it should be done in a Muay Thai fight. He has taken Eval Denton apart from round 1, destroyed his confidence. He has beaten him on the leg kicks, beaten him in the punching department, the high kicks, every category Dany Bill has excelled in. And he has given a lesson tonight to Eval Denton.
Kicks now, kick that, kick that.
Dany Bill has so many weapons. Denton never knows what's going to hit him next. But he can be assured he will be hit.
The most damaging, I think, have been those leg kicks, Lon. Denton appears to be unsteady on his legs now.
He cannot stand on the right leg.
He's having to lean against the ropes. Badly limping on the right leg.
Standing 8 count for Eval Denton.
That 8 count is as a result of the referee noticing that he couldn't stand, couldn't put weight on the right leg.
See him limping to the center of the canvas. And you know the kicks from Dany Bill will try to hit their mark on that right leg and finish this.
Dany Bill's not even trying to hide it. He's got his hands down. He's looking down at the right leg, making it very clear that that's where he's going. Almost like a challenge.
And after the barrage of punches and kicks in the corner, the referee stops it, and Dany Bill wins on a TKO in the 4th round.
This TKO is as much a result of the referee's observation of how far down Eval Denton had gone in this fight. More an indication of that than the flurry there at the end. That roundhouse kick landed to the inside of the left thigh, but you'll see here, there it is, the left roundhouse kick to the outside of the right thigh.
So Dany Bill's TKO in the 4th caps